Hello and welcome, everybody. We're here in the Reagan Gymnasium for this matchup between Johnson and Wales and Suffolk University. I'm Joe Presti. Alongside me, we have Casey Hall. Now, Casey, what are your expectations for the game tonight?
I'm feeling good about this one, Joe. You know, Suffolk is 9-3 at home. We grabbed that last spot to get that home playoff game. It was huge for the girls. I'm really feeling it. You know, there was a big gap in the conference wins between Suffolk and Johnson and Wales. So I'm liking our chances. I think it's going to be a good game. It'll be a battle. Last time these two faced off, it was a double overtime game. But it should be a pretty good game.
Right, I agree. And this here is the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. Suffolk's in 4th in the conference, and Johnson and Wales is in 5th. Now we're going to send it down over to Jared Doherty, one of our sideline reporters.
Guys, when February rolls around, it's really cold outside. And in terms of the Suffolk Lady Rams, it also was cold on the court. Inside the court, they went on their first 2-game losing streak of the season. And since then, they've gone 6-1 and are on a 3-game winning streak. Here's what Coach Ed Lyden had to say about their recent success.
Actually, I think we're playing very well. I think we're on a 4-game winning streak, but more importantly, our defensive numbers have improved significantly. We've gone from mid-60s to mid-50s, and that bodes well. I think we've been rebounding the whole year, and I think we're tighter defensively, so I think we're in good shape.
Last time these two teams faced off, it went into double overtime, and the Suffolk Lady Rams were able to pull out. It's allowed, it is packed here, it's going to be loud, it's a playoff game, so expect a really tight matchup. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jared. Now, last year, the Suffolk team made it pretty far in the playoffs, right, Casey?
Yeah, that's true. They made it to the semifinals, ended up losing, unfortunately, to Emmanuel, who has won almost 4 straight GNAC conference championships. They're a wonderful team. But the Suffolk's had some really good playoff experience in the past, and hopefully we keep it up this playoff year.
Right, cool. All right, we're going to send it over to rosters real quick.
Emily Anderson, Rocky Hill, Connecticut, freshman. Jessica Bard, Harleysville, Pennsylvania, senior.
Georgia Barrikas, Hull, Mass, freshman.
Alex Clark, Boothbay Harbor, Maine, freshman.
Gracie Harrigan, Taunton, Mass, sophomore.
Megan Murphy, South Windsor, Connecticut, sophomore.
Katie Murray, Holden, Mass, sophomore.
Ileana Quadri, Sudbury, Mass, junior.
Jennifer Rouse, Wallingford, Connecticut, senior.
Shelby Santini, Winchester, Mass, junior.
Kelsey Schiebel, Wyndham, New Hampshire, freshman.
Well, this game is just about to start. We're going to send it over to a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
And we are just about underway. Both teams about to introduce their teams.
First for the visiting Wildcats.
All right, Joe, who do you think is going to have cooler handshakes coming out of the little clap tunnel?
Well, Suffolk's always got a real interesting one.
That was very impressive. That was just two high fives right there in the middle.
And here comes the Rams. Team's rocking the camouflage t-shirts tonight.
Looking classy.
Can't really see them though. They're camouflage. They're blended in, dude.
Blend it all together. Oh, see, we got jump high fives. They just had regular two-handed high fives, already blowing them out of the water.
You know, it's that simple enthusiasm that wins games.
Hey, it's all about the handshake. If you have a cool handshake, you're definitely better.
Victoria Brio.
And last but certainly not least,
Starting at 4, the senior from Wallingford, Connecticut, number 24, Jennifer Rouse.
She didn't even have to jump on that one. Barely hopped off the ground.
Officials for this evening's game, Dennis Kelly, Corey Dyer, and Jeff Kearney.
And the refs jog onto the court, ready to go.
yeah, we are in the final moments, and this one will be approaching tip-off. The Johnson and Wales roster is much, much smaller than Suffolk. I believe they only have 10 players on their team. 12.
Yeah, no, definitely a small team. We'll see if that depth is going to be a problem.
They have 10 on their official roster on the website, but the statistics page lists 12. It seems like they might have 12 here tonight, so I'm going to trust that. I don't know who was updating their roster.
Trying to surprise the other team with a couple more players.
And we are just about to tip off. Jen Rouse is at the line next to number 42, and recovered by Schiebel. Schiebel makes her way down the court, staying at the top. Dishes it over to 3, Santini. Santini trying to find the open hole. Finally gets some space, gets it over to Schiebel, who dishes it to Ileana Quadri. Drove into the net, tries the layup, but gets blocked, and is now recovered by 31 of Johnson and Wales, Natalie DeCoco. 42 dishes it over to number 24, Jenna Jurin. Jurin with the ball, dishes back to 42 with the shot, and just comes a little short. Cannot put it in. Schiebel quickly brings it down the other side of the court, trying to spread out her defense. Schiebel moves it over to Santini. Santini drives and tries the floater, but cannot get it. Recovers it, gets it to Schiebel at the top. Schiebel puts up the 3, but just a little too much, and it's going to brick off the back. Recovered by number 3, Deanna Role, who drives all the way to the net, puts up the layup, and is in.
Expect to see Suffolk drive in the net all night. That's tended to be their game plan, just drive and need a dish or put out that floater. It's been working all year. Definitely see Quadri doing that for the rest of the night.
Quadri with the ball into the corner is Santini. Back to Quadri. Over to Schiebel on the other side. Brings it in a little bit. Moves it down right to Tori Brio. Oh, and Brio is going to the line as she is fouled by number 23, Valerie Ark.
Now, Tori Brio shooting about 55% from the line this season. Hopefully she can put these two in here and tie this game up for Suffolk early on.
And she sinks the first. The second's a little too much. Rebounded by Rouse. And that will be a travel. Johnson and Wales ball. Valerie Ark's going to be dishing it into Deanna Roll. Moves it over to Jenna Jurin. Back to number 31, Natalie DeCoco, who's at the top of the 3. This is it back to Deanna Roll, who moves it into the corner to Jenna Jurin with the 3, and it will not get in. Rebounded by Quadri. She brings it down, moves it over to Schiebel.
It's a good
back
tip.
to Quadri.
Good tip there by Rouse to get it over to Quadri, get that rebound pulled in.
Quadri with the 3 cannot come up with it, but is recovered and put in for the layup. 3, Deanna Roll has the ball.
Definitely look to see Rouse and Brio controlling those offensive boards for the Rams. They've been doing it all season.
Quadri with the steal, gets it back down quick. Gives it in the hands of Santini, who gets it back to Quadri, and then over to Schiebel. Schiebel playing far back, just trying to find the open man. Rouse blocks her, gets her open, moves it over to Tori Brio. Back to Rouse at the middle of the net. And that ball will be going to Johnson and Wales.
Now, Joe, you beat a baseball player. Do you know what that call was?
Do I?
Yes, sir.
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't hear him. What was it?
It was a 3-second violation in the paint.
Cool.
For offense.
See, if he had just communicated better, I would have known. But
I
didn't hear it from
you know, it's a small hand signal. You can't really tell. Unlike the travel, you know, there's big motion. A little 3, gonna confuse some
Natalie
people.
DeCoco puts up the 3, but will not come up with it. Rebounded by Quadri. Dishes it out to Shebel, who makes her way down quickly. Moving back around to 3. Tries to pass it to Santini, but it's going to be blocked by Natalie DeCoco, and it's going to go out of bounds and will be Suffolk's ball still. Santini's going to dish it in to Shebel.
Sheba, as a freshman, is doing a wonderful job leading this Rams offense so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely stepped up to the role of point guard and has controlled this offense greatly.
Santini with the ball back to Shebel. Tries to pass it to Tori Brio, but Jenna Jurin of Johnson and Wales is going to get in the way, and it is going to be Johnson and Wales' ball.
It's looking like a little bit of confusion here on the offensive end for Suffolk. Can't really get that play running the way they want it. Hopefully they can start stringing together a few passes and getting some open shots here early.
Deanna Roll brings it in, over to Jenna Jurin. Gets it over to Samantha Hendrick. Back and forth. Jenna Jurin with a 3, and once again will be a little too much. She's tried that 3 a couple times tonight, but same thing every time. It's just a little bit too much. Rouse is going to pass it into Shebel. It's on the own Suffolk side of the court. Slowly making her way down to the other side. Quadri with the ball now. Moves it over to Santini. Santini with the field goal, and it's going to be a little too much. Deanna Roll brings it down. Dishes it over to Valerie Ark with the shot. Misses it. Rebounded. Moved back over to Deanna Roll. Roll gives it up to Natalie DeCoco. She's holding the ball. Dishes it back into Valerie Ark with the floater, but just a little too much, and she's not going to get it. Suffolk rebounds, and now Shebel is making her way down court. Dishes it over to Brio. Quadri with the ball, back to Brio. Dishes it back to Quadri. Back over to Shebel. She's now trying to find somebody open. Looks like Santini's going to make... Oh, she's open, fumbles the ball a little bit, and is recovered by Jenna Jurin, who now makes her way down the other side for Johnson & Wales. Jurin brings it over to Roll. Roll passes it to DeCoco. Fumbles a little bit. Back to Roll. Roll standing at the top of the 3. Just looking on as if she's not sure. Finally moves it over to Jenna Jurin.
Suffolk starting out this game, giving Johnson & Wales a little bit of space, letting them put up these open shots because they don't see them making these deep shots that they've been taking so far early off in this game.
And that was Samantha Hendrick who just missed that shot. Back down in Suffolk zone. Shebel has the ball, the top of the 3. Dishes it to Santini. Tries to move around. Back over to Shebel. Shebel's going back to Santini. Santini's going to try to outwork the defender. Drives a little into the net. Pass it to Brio, and Brio misses the open layup.
No, she was wide open there. Those are baskets you need to make if you're going to start winning playoff games.
And Jurin with the aggressive drive tries to get coming quick with the layup. And she's going to take down a Suffolk player in the process, but she will be going to the line.
Yeah, the ref believed that Brio was moving her feet on that one, gave her the block call. It's always tough to charge the block. It's always just a thin line.
It's a tough call, you know. It could always go either way. You see a lot of arguments from the coaches and the referees because of it, but, you know, sometimes those referees just have a better view.
Most definitely. Now, right now, Jurin is shooting about 86% from the free throw line. So not really the person Suffolk's going to be wanting fouling in this one.
And Jurin misses the second. Recovered by Roll. Gives it back over to Jurin. Goes in under the net. Tries to put it up. And that looks like it's going to be a foul on Tori Brio. And Jurin's going to go back to the line for another 2.
We've seen this a few games this year, Joe. Tori Brio getting in foul trouble early. Leiden, it looks like he's now making a move to the bench.
Chelsea Camp alone, warming up the legs, and she's going to come in for Brio.
2 fouls this early in the game is not how Tori Brio wanted to start it. You can already see that she's not happy with her performance so far this game.
Right, you know, I mean, in playoffs is it's either put up or shut up, you know?
It's true.
Sheeble taking the ball down court. Johnson and Wales is showing a little backcourt press. Dishes it all the way down to Santini. Ooh. Back to Sheeble, who kind of settles it. Sheeble with the ball. Trying to find someone open. This is to Quadri, to Santini. Back to Sheeble, to the open Campolone. Rouse is right under, gets the ball, puts it up, and just cannot make it. Campolone rebounds, tries to put it in, but too many people covering, cannot come up with the layup.
It looked like there was a little bit of contact on that one, but I guess the ref gave it enough body contact and not a shot on the arm.
Roll with the three-pointer, and just a little too much.
That one was from deep there. Roll not having any problems shooting this ball early on in the game. Not afraid to take a deep three.
Rebounded by Johnson and Wales. Roll has the ball now at the top of the three. Who dishes it over to Caitlin Kenny? Kenny moves it back to Roll with a three-pointer, and she makes it. And they're going to give it a three, but from up here it seemed like her foot might have been on the line, but we have the angle. He just got the better call. So this game is currently Johnson and Wales 6 and Suffolk 3 with 13 minutes, 55 seconds left to play.
No, Joe, these two teams are pretty used to close games. Just earlier on this year, Johnson and Wales took Suffolk to double overtime, but they still came away with the loss as Suffolk pulled that one out 61-57.
Cool.
So good to see Suffolk hold on to those wins, but a little scary to see it going that long. You never want to take it to overtime. You never know what's going to happen once you go past regular time.
Right. Now this is a quarterfinal game we have tonight between the 4 seed of the conference and the 5 seed. It plays out how the 1 seed plays the 8, the 2 plays the 7, 3, 6, and then right here 4 versus 5. The top 4 teams get the home court advantage, which is why we are here tonight in Beacon Hill. Lovely Beacon Hill, might I add.
I am happy to be here in Reagan Gymnasium. We said it earlier, Suffolk 9-3, at home. Definitely way better at home than on the road. They just play better in Reagan Gymnasium. They're a home playing team, and it's glad to be here.
I agree. This place down here is way below street level, too. What is it, maybe 3-4 floors down here? The oxygen must be tough for the place.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely. It's like, how people go to Denver, and it's like the mile-high city, so there's less oxygen. There must be more down here.
Oh, man, I can only imagine. Yeah. The Suffolk team has the privilege of practicing here and everything, so they are absolutely used to it. So
they're used to the below level temperatures and situations.
Yeah. We're back underway here. Sheeble, the ball dishes over to Quadri. Back to Sheeble.
Johnson Wales putting on that three-quarter press.
Coach Lyden is upset with Sheeble on that one for sure.
No, he not looking happy. Hands on his head. So
is it hot in here? Must be a little hot.
It's a little warm down there.
Definitely heats up in this gym.
No, especially now with I got all these cameras, all these people for the playoff action. It's just more body heat.
Turner dishes it to the top to Roll. Roll with the ball, moves it back over to Kenny. Kenny back to Roll. They do not see open Jern on the left side. Kenny's going to take the three-pointer, but way too much, airs it. Back to Roll at the top. Seconds remain. Valerie Ark tries to put it in, but will be fouled.
That is
shot will not go in, but she will go to the line for it.
That is another light foul by these refs early on. I didn't see a lot of contact. She looked like she was straight up, but
yeah, tough call.
Not my call.
That's right. That's why we're up here. Valerie Ark to the line. Valerie is a 5'7" junior from Providence, Rhode Island, where she went to Hope High School.
Ark is just shooting just under 60% from the free throw line this season.
And she makes the second shot.
Now, Joe, I've never had one of them. I wonder if those shooting sleeves actually work and help you out a little bit. You see them a lot. I don't know if they're actually useful or they're just for looks.
Well, people that wear them in the baseball world, they'll swear by it that it'll loosen the arm or something, but it's all looks, Casey.
That's what I figured. But there's a little elbow pad there in case you take a fall. You don't want to hurt your shooting elbow.
That's true. Roll bringing the ball out.
Suffolk down 5.
Roll moves in quickly. Gets it over to Savannah Kresge. Cannot make the shot. It's rebounded by Suffolk. Quadri takes the ball down. Quadri over to Campolone. Campbell moves it over to Georgia Barrikas. Barrikas with the layup and does get it. Roll bringing the ball quickly down the other side of the court. Trying to get through the Suffolk defense, but it's quickly halted. She moves it over to Coco. Back to Roll. Roll over to Kresge. Back to Roll. To the corner to Natalie DeCoco with the shot. Cannot come up with it. Rebounded by Arc. Arc to the top to Roll with the three. Oh, a little too much, cannot get it. Rebounded again by Caitlin Kenny. Johnson Wales still has the possession. And the pressure is on Suffolk. Roll at the top. Dishes it back over to Kenny. Kenny to Kresge with the three and makes it. Quadri is covered tightly by Roll, who steals it, makes her way down, and puts in the layup. That is tough. That is a tough hit for Suffolk.
Johnson Wales still putting on this full court press, and it looks like it's starting to rattle Suffolk a little bit. They're going
Quadri makes down quick.
String a few things together.
Quadri makes it all the way down quick. This is over to Campbell, but cannot get it as the defense comes in and steals the ball back. Now Roll is just about half court, bringing the ball down slowly, trying to get somebody open. She makes her way around, trying to give someone a break. Moves in around the corner, gets in close, dishes it out to Valerie Arc, and that will be a travel. Suffolk ball.
Schiebel's coming back in the game here to play point as Barrikas goes back to the bench for a little freshman for freshman switch. She's only on the bench to get one sip of water before Leiden's going to put her back in the game on the next stoppage of time.
Interesting tactic.
And sometimes you just need a sip of water, you know?
That's all it takes. Camp alone with the shot, but goes way too much. Covered by Johnson and Wales.
Now you can
brought
tell
up by Jern.
Camp alone definitely wanted to drive that one in all the way. She saw their lane was in there and she pulled up. Definitely not her shot as she's better right inside the paint. We've seen some big rebounds and putbacks by her in the past few games.
Shot by Arc, a little too much. Cannot come up with it. And rebounded by Santini. Dishes it over to Quadri.
Looks like Rouse gave a little
moves it
shove
back.
after that rebound there, knocking number 42 down. Just keeping it physical. Like
Sheba with the ball on our side. Looks like she's going to drive into the net, but stops quick. Moves it back to Santini behind the three. Brings it just about all the way in, puts up a floater, and cannot come up with it. Covered by Johnson and Wales. Jenna Jern is going to take the ball out for them. She makes her way down the court. She moves it over to Kenny. Kenny with the ball. This is to the other side to Hendrick. Hendrick to Jern. Jern makes her way under the net. Back out to Hendrick. Hendrick with the shot, and a little too much. It's going to drift back. Sheba recovers it. Gets quickly down the court. Looks for the open man. Finds Quadri. Quadri drives all the way in with the layup and is fouled. That will be 2 shots for Ileana Quadri. You can hear that one from up here.
Yeah, no, that was a big hit, but this Johnson Wales team is having wonderful transition defense. So we've seen on any steals and rebounds, Suffolk just hasn't been able to get to the ball, get to the rim. I'm sorry, and definitely taking a toll on them early in this game.
And Quadri misses the first. Quadri is a 5'10 junior. Hometown is Sudbury, Massachusetts, where she went to Lincoln Sudbury High School.
Quadri also shoots about 72% from the line, so hopefully she hits the second one right here. There we go.
And swishes at the second.
Brings Suffolk within 7 with just under half this first half to go.
Roll standing about half court. Makes her way in a little. Dishes it to Kenny. Kenny trying to dance around. Gets it to Hendrick. Back over to Kenny, who moves it to DeCoco and back to Roll.
Suffolk bench trying to keep the energy up, getting the defense chant going. Definitely a very energetic team, so when their energy's up, they usually have a good game. So,
absolutely stuffed by Jen Rouse as Roll tries to get it in the last second shot. And it looks like they are going to count it. Roll with the 2-pointer. On the other side now, Barrikas with the ball to Rouse, moves it to Schiebel. Rouse behind the 3. Moves it to Schiebel on the other side. Schiebel looking for what to do. Rouse right there. Oh, and it will be stripped by Caitlin Kenny of JWU. DeCoco with the open three. Bounces back up off the brick, but cannot come back down. Will be recovered by Campolone, who dishes it to Quadri and is moving it down court. Shivo gets it to Rouse. Looks like she wanted the shot, but moves it back to Campolone. Campolone gets it to Quadri. Barrikas makes her way under the net, puts up the layup, and it will go in and will get the foul, so she's going to take a shot.
Good play there. That drive and spin move has worked a couple times for Barrikas so far early in this game. Let's see if she keeps taking it down there and taking over her matchup down low.
Georgia Barrikas is only a freshman here from Hull, Massachusetts. She went to Fontbonne Academy. And it is going to swirl around but not drop. As Johnson and Wales recovers. Roll gets it down court to DeCoco. Makes her way under the net, but goes right into Campolone and Rouse. The shot would go in, but they're going to call her on the charge, I believe.
That was definitely a good call. Campolone had her feet set and didn't even move with that contact, so hard to call a block when there's no real foul there.
Shiva with the ball. Moves it to Quadri. Quadri looks like she's going to make her way in. Tries to get to Shebel, which is stolen by a roll. Moves all the way down the court. Tries to beat Shebel, but cannot. Thinks that she could pass it back, but it's going to bounce off her player's knee, and Shebel is quick to dive on top. And that ball is going to be going to Johnson and Wales.
Good defense there by Shebel. You always want to stop the ball on those transition baskets. That's what she did. She forced the turnover. Not the turnover, but forced the drop ball and got the jump out of it.
Roll moves it into DeCoco. Tries to get one in under the net, but cannot come up with it.
A little bit of a trick shot there, throwing that one up with a no look.
Would have been impressive if it had sunk.
Yeah, or lucky, one of the two.
Yeah, combination.
Everyone needs a little bit of luck sometimes.
That's right. Shebel's trying to make her way into the net, but is stopped by the defense. Gets it into Rouse, who was right there. Who tries to put up a layup, but it looks like she is fouled, and that is going to send her to the line.
Suffolk's definitely going to look to give it to Rouse when she has those height advantages down low. That time having a 3-inch advantage on the defender. So that height advantage is huge down low in the paint.
And this is potentially the last game that Rouse is going to be playing in this gym. Is that right?
Most likely. I believe most semifinal games are at a opposite source, not at the home gym. But possibly if we get back to the finals, she could have one more game in the Reagan Gymnasium. But it's looking like this will be her last one.
Definitely going to miss her on the team, and the team as well. It's going to miss her, not only her talents, but her genuity.
Yeah, lots of enthusiasm. She's been a great player for this Suffolk University team for all 4 years.
Rouse can't make the second one, but it is recovered by Barrikas, and now Suffolk's still in possession. Shebel has the ball at the top. Back to Barrikas. And wide open in the corner, we have Katie Murray. Going to get it over to Rouse. And that is still going to stay Suffolk's ball. Was he calling hands?
Yeah, that's a hand check. That is my least favorite call in any basketball anything. I believe it is awful, and I don't really want to go on a rant right now about it, but it's just a light touch is going to be a foul now. So not.
If we see it again, we may have to dive into it a little bit.
Yes,
I want to hear what you have to say.
I might have to go on a rant a little bit later. I think of some good points.
Santini gets it to Rouse. And Santini back at the ball. Finds the open lane, puts up the layup, and a little short. Recovers her own shot and is going to get fouled, and that is going to send her to the line.
She's hit hard from behind there, but she was able to still put it up and at least off rough the basket. Always what you want to do when you're getting hit and you know you're going to be fouled in the shot. You want to get it up and close to the basket just in case you get that three-point play.
We were a real tough team down there. That's for sure.
Santini hits her first. She shoots about 74% from the line. Most of these Suffolk girls are wonderful free throw shooters. Not a single person on the team shoots under 50% from the line. Always a good thing to see.
Nice.
Suffolk is going to bring it in within 5.
Roll makes her way down the court with the ball. Dishes it over to Kenny. Kenny with the ball to Jaron. Back to Rose, stands behind the 3 in the corner. Gets it to Kenny at the top, but that is going to be a foul, and it's going to be Suffolk's ball. And we have a full timeout. We are going to send it to a quick break, but we'll be right back up here with you guys.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
And welcome back, everybody. We are back up to the lower mezzanine. For anybody just tuning in, the Johnson & Wales Wildcats are leading 15-10 over the Rams of Suffolk.
Good thing to look at, Joe, is that Johnson & Wales is already in the bonus, and any more fouls by them will let Suffolk shoot and go to the line. Any foul, even a non-shooting foul. So that's going to be big coming down in the last part of the second half. Maybe Suffolk can get a few easy foul shot buckets.
Shebel takes the ball up. And Barrikas has the ball, moves it over to Santini. Santini to Rouse. It looks like she has an open shot, but is going to drive all the way into the net, put up the floater, but can't get it because she is fouled and is going to go back to the line. Now, sending Rouse to the line is something that I can guarantee that this Johnson & Wales team is going to want to stay away from.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially as we see them having a little bit of a height disadvantage down low. We're going to see a lot more fouls during this game.
And Rouse misses the first one.
Rouse starting off cold from the line. He's missed a few shots early, but I'm sure she'll bring things together. She usually does.
And Rouse puts in the second. There we go. And Roll takes the ball down the court, who's passed it in by Bobby Whitehead. Whitehead has just seen the game for the first time. Now Kresge has the ball, moves it over to Nayland, who tries to put it in with the layup, but it looks like she's going to be fouled. And I can guarantee you that Murray was not happy with that call.
Most definitely, I'm not super happy with that call, Joe. I think he called it contact to the head after she absolutely swatted the ball.
Whatever it was, that's going to send Nayland to the line, the 5'11 freshman.
This freshman shoots just about under 75% from the line on the season.
And he's going to miss the second, but it's recovered by Johnson & Wales. Roll brings up to Jern, who dishes it over to Kenny. Kresge. And that is going to be another foul on Suffolk.
Suffolk's power forwards have been fouling a lot recently. That's Murray's second. We know Brio already has 2. Campolone with 1. Not something you want to see. Your big man getting foul trouble early.
Kresge puts up a three-pointer. It's going to go way too much. Campolone rebounds it. Gets it to Shebel. He's fought up a second with Whitehead for the ball, but she maintains the possession. Shebel moving around. Campolone with the block. To Shebel. And Barrikas puts up the three-pointer, but it's going to come up a little shy as Johnson and Wales rebounds it. And now Roll is in possession, who moves it over to Jurin. Jurin with the three-pointer just misses it. And that is going to be knocked out by Johnson and Wales, so Suffolk is going to have the ball.
We have now number 22 for Johnson and Wales, Caitlin Kenny, back in the game. She was starting this one.
Siegel's bringing the ball down the court to Rouse at the top of the three. Campolone's open. He was now covered, but Schiebel going to get it. Moves it back to Campolone. And Campolone is going to be called with the double dribble.
They're going to call a double dribble, but they're not going to call the over-the-back reach. I'm getting heated, Joe.
We're going to have to start a sports talk show because we have a lot to vent, I think, Casey.
I mean, I'm getting heated. I could tell Leiden's heated. We know like a bunch of these girls are heated, but that wasn't very good. I'm not excited about this.
Nalen has the ball, moves it to Roll. He tries to drive in, but just runs into Rouse and goes straight down. Oh, and Barrikas and her are going to fight for the ball afterwards. And looks like Suffolk's going to maintain the possession now.
I mean, you could say there was a slight size difference between the point guard Roll in the center, Rouse there.
Yeah, the difference between 5'4".
Other than the 6 inches height. Hit it like a brick wall.
Santini works in, puts up a short shot, just a little too much, bounces off the back, goes right back into the possession of Johnson and Wales. He moves it quickly down the court to Kenny. Kenny to the other side of Jurin. Jurin drives all the way under, almost steps out of bounds. Gets it back to Kenny with the looped layup and can get it in. That was a nice shot. Schiebel's going to have the possession now. She makes her way quickly to half court, but freezes up there. She lets her team settle. Tries to get it in, moves it over to Barrikas. Barrikas in the corner, dishes it inside to Campolone with the layup and can get it.
That was a beautiful pass there, but Barrikas thread the needle, fed the big girl inside, and she put it in.
Roll with the ball at the top of the three. Dishes it over to Whitehead. Back to Roll. To Kenny. Kenny moves it over to Roll. Roll tries to work all the way in. Off Rouse again, but does not go down this time. Whitehead brings it back over to Roll. He moves it over to Kenny. Looks like she's going to make the three, but works all the way in with the layup, and it's not going to go in. And Campbellone tries to recover the ball, and it looks like she was fouled.
Yeah, they're going to call the push there on number 30. Maybe these refs heard me getting a little upset, and they changed their mind about these calls a little bit.
They must have.
It's the 9th foul this half for Jay Wu.
And that's going to send Campbellone to the line. Campbellone, 5'7" sophomore out of Fall River, Massachusetts. She attended Durfee High School. She does not come up with the shot, and Johnson and Wales is going to regain possession. Roll's bringing the ball down.
Just under 3 minutes left in this one, Joe. Suffolk down 5 still.
Yeah, it's a low-scoring game, Case.
Definitely. Defense has been a huge factor so far in this one. Johnson Wales just not letting Suffolk get any open shots.
Kenny with a three-pointer. In and out. Cannot get it to sink. Oh, but Whitehead is going to steal it back, and Johnson and Wales still in possession. This brings a lot of life to the Johnson and Wales bench. Roll tries to get in with the layup, but runs into Schiebel. And Schiebel is going to send it to the ground. But Schiebel did not look fazed by that at all. Schiebel still with the ball, working her way all the way along the side. Tries to dish it in, but it is going to be blocked by one of the Johnson Wales defenders who hits it out of bounds.
Johnson Wales Roll looks like she's getting fired up after being put on the ground for the 3rd time this game. She doesn't look like she's going to have that anymore.
Santini gets it into Rouse right under the net, who puts in the easy shot. I shouldn't say easy. She makes it look easy. She had 2 defenders on her, but she put it right in, no problem.
No, a quick shot, and that height advantage down low for Rouse has been huge, and will continue to be huge for the rest of this game, and she's going to go up for those layups.
Kenny moves it to Whitehead at the top of the three. Fakes a shot, puts it up, and just a little too much. Santini's going to hold on to it, but get it over Sheba. Sheba looking for the open man. Dishes it over to Santini. Santini looks like she fakes a shot, gets it over to Rouse, who's open, puts up the three-pointer, and sinks it. Oh, but they are only going to give her 2. As they are calling that her foot was on the line for that. That's a tough call, but...
She just
no, they are going to give her the extra point, it looks like. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was only a 2-pointer. And that will be a timeout by Johnson and Wales, I believe. And that is going to be a full timeout.
No, Rouse took a step in on that one. Looked like she was close to the line. Unfortunate she couldn't hit that 3 to tie it up, but you know, just still a wonderful shot. Deep too. You don't really see a lot of centers.
Yep. All right. We are going to send it over to a quick break real quick. We'll be right back. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And we are back up to the lower mezzanine, but we are going to send it down to Jared Doherty.
Just began. It's 5-5 right now. It's 5-5 right now, so we'll keep you updated throughout the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jared.
Just about to come back from this timeout here. About 4 seconds on the clock.
This game's just about to get back underway. We have 1:16 remaining in this first half. Suffolk with 17 and Johnson and Wales with 18.
So, Joe, we're just giving these cool tickets. Look like 50-50 raffle, maybe? I'm not sure.
It's a 50-50 raffle.
Hey, maybe we'll win a raffle. That'd be pretty nice.
Imagine, dude.
Hey.
We're back underway. Roll with the ball. Running back and forth across the court. The three-pointer by Kresge cannot go in. Kresge moves it all the way over to Jurin on the other side. Jurin to roll. All the way over to Kresge with the three-pointer, and it is going to come up short.
Just under a minute left in this one, Joe. Suffolk's going to look to get a basket late here and take the lead before the half.
Sheba with the ball. Sheba moves it over to Quadri, but they're going to call her with the travel. That is a tough one. 39 seconds left in this one. Still 18-17 with Johnson and Wales on top.
Enough time on the clock that the shot clock will not expire before Suffolk has a chance to possibly get this ball back.
Kresge gets the ball at the top. Moves it over to Jurin. Stands behind the three. Tries to get a block from teammate, but Santini is going to play some tough defense. And Nayland puts up the layup right in Rouse's face, but it will not be able to come up. Santini now has the ball. 9 seconds left in this game. They're going to try to find that open shot. Give it to Campolone, who puts up the shot and will not come up with it. And that'll do it for the first half, folks. Current score, Johnson and Wales 18 and Suffolk 17. Definitely been a great one so far. It's been back and forth. I think defense has been a huge factor so far.
Yeah, most definitely, Joe. Not letting these easy shots go up for both teams has been huge so far.
All right, now we're going to send it down over to Lauren Berraby.
Jessica Bard and Jennifer Rouse are two major players to the team. Here's what Coach Layden had to say about his senior captains.
Both are really good players, but we're going to lose a lot of leadership, a lot of positive thinking, a lot of cheerfulness, people that are used to a long college season. So you hate to lose good people. So, you know, hopefully we'll find some more good people to fill their spots, but I'm going to miss them both.
I spoke to Rouse before the game about her basketball career at Suffolk coming to an end, and she told me it's definitely bittersweet that it's almost over. Back to you guys.
And we are back up here. Now let's talk about this first half a little bit. 18-17 Johnson and Wales on top. There's been a lot of fouls so far, and there's been a lot of missed opportunities, right?
Most definitely. The fouls have been huge, mostly on the Johnson and Wales side, Joe. But we'll just see. Hopefully, Suffolk continues to keep the fouls a little lower and stay out of that bonus. As we know, foul shots are going to be huge when we go late in the game.
That's for sure, Casey. All right, we're going to send it over to another break, but we'll be right here. Stay tuned. And we're back up here. It's been a low-scoring game so far, only 18-17 with Johnson and Wales on top, but definitely going to be a high-charged second half, that's for sure. Now we're going to send it down over to Lauren Berby, who's got a report for us. Lauren?
I'm here with Athletic Director Carrie McConnell. Now, Carrie, can you tell me a little bit about the baseball spring training down in Orlando, Florida?
Yeah, absolutely. We leave Wednesday next week. We're going to fly out of here at about 10 a.m. We'll be down the 5th through the 15th. We'll have a couple days of practice on the front end of the trip, and then we'll play 10 games to start our season. So, and it'll be a really tough schedule for us. It's a good schedule. We play 3 teams that are preseason top 30. And we'll play a 5-game set, take an off day, and then play another 5-game set. So it's a big part of our season to get the team to gel, but also to challenge ourselves against competition outside the region.
And we wish the baseball team luck in their upcoming season.
Nope, thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lauren. That was great. Now we're going to send it over to a quick break, but we'll be right here, so stay tuned. And welcome back to everybody who's still been watching us. For anyone who didn't know, our men's basketball team is actually up in Maine right now, playing against St. Joseph's College. And Jared Doherty down at the sideline is going to give us some input on that and also this game itself. Jared?
Guys, we're going to keep you guys updated on the men's basketball. Right now, like we said, they're in St. Joseph's in Maine. Right now, they're about halfway through the first, and it's 24-18. They're losing. So we're going to keep you updated on that. Also, a little update on this game. Down here in the fan section, you can't see on the broadcast, but it is packed down here. People are standing and yelling. The crowd is literally piercing our ears in cheers. And I also noticed it was a low-scoring half, but there's been a lot of focus on this team. They're very focused, and it showed in the final minutes of the game. They're coming back. Last game, they had a huge second-half comeback, so expect a very tight and awesome playoff ending of this game right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jared. Now, this first half, as we've already stated, it's been a low-scoring game, 18 Johnson and Wales, 17 Suffolk. Said it a couple times, keep hearing it. But what kind of stats played out for both teams that are the reason why this game is so low?
Well, there's 2 big reasons. First of all is that the 3-pointers in this game have just not been falling for either team. Suffolk is yet to make a 3-pointer. They're 0 for 3 in the night. And Johnson Wales only 1 for 12. They're shooting only 8%. But another huge key has been turnovers. Suffolk had the most turnovers, 13. That's more than double Johnson and Wales so far this game. So if you want to win this game, you got to keep control of the ball. Hopefully they can control it and look a little better.
That's for sure. We're going to send it down to a quick break, everybody. We'll be right back.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
And we are back up here. This game is just about underway. We got 9 seconds remaining until we are back for good. Suffolk's already in the court ready to go, but it seems like Johnson and Wales is discussing a little last-minute objectives.
Maybe they can plan on making a couple more threes this game.
Yeah.
I mean, Suffolk needs to too. Like we said, there's no three-pointers made by Suffolk. Also, no field goals made by Shelby Santini, usually a phenomenal shooter for this Rams team. She shoots 35% from the floor, yet to make a field goal, only getting her foul shots as her points.
Yep. And both teams are back on the court. We are just about underway.
Jay Woo's going to start off with the ball here.
As Roll is in possession. She's moving all the way around the court. Moves it over to Coco, fakes the three, gets it in under the net to Arc, back to the Coco. And they dish it all the way around to Jurin on the other side of the three. Gives it over to Hendrick. Hendrick back to Roll. Roll breaks in, gets it back out to Hendrick with the shot, and it does go in. And that will be the first shot of this half. Schiebel currently in possession. Drives in quickly with the block from Rouse. Rouse fakes the three, moves it in. Back to Schiebel, who puts up the three and just is shy. It will not be able to drop as Johnson & Wales has the ball back. Now Arc with the ball, drives in quickly to the net with the layup, but that the defensive work by Rouse will not work out for them, and the shot will not go in. Welcome back. We are back up with myself alongside Casey Hall.
Making some friends up here in the lower mezzanine with the SU crew, giving us some free T-shirts.
We have just been given some wonderful T-shirts by the SU crew, which I'm not sure exactly what they do, but they are definitely delivering shirts. I'm happy with it.
Hey, I just got a second one, dude. We just got
second too?
Both got us 2 shirts.
Man, the SU crew, everybody.
Nicest people on campus.
Keep your eyes open for the SU crew. They are very proactive around here. Quadri with the ball. Moves it over to Barrikas. Quadri with the three-pointer, and looks like it's going to go in. Just going to come up shy as it bounces off both sides of the rim. Santini is down there fighting with the ball with Roll, and it looks like it is going to. Looks like it'll be Suffolk's ball.
Yeah, I'm going to stay Suffolk with that possession arrow. Good hustle there by Santini, keeping the ball in Suffolk's hands. Now, you would think eventually some of these threes are going to start falling for Suffolk, but just haven't been being able to hit the deep ball. As Barrikas misses that one as well.
That shot will be rebounded by Arc. Gets it over to Roll, and they're quickly down on their side. Moving the ball around. Roll's currently in possession. I'm not positive what that call was. It looked like a push.
Yeah, they didn't call it a push. I don't really know. I'm a little confused with that one. Looks like Leiden was a little confused too. Not super happy over there, but
well, whatever it was, Hendrick is now at the line.
And that's already in the bonus for Suffolk, as that's going to send Johnson Wales to the line on every foul for the rest of the game.
The 8-point lead by Johnson & Wales. They have 37. Suffolk is 29. There's only 9 minutes left in this game. May seem like a lot of time now, but next thing you know, you got a couple minutes left and you're struggling to find some points. Now is definitely the time to shine.
Yeah, no, we got to see. Hopefully, Suffolk will start making some baskets here, and we'll get back into this one.
Brio has the ball. Now back to Quadri. Tries to get someone open. Finds Barrikas wide. Still in possession of the ball. Quadri's open. Rouse with a two-pointer. Long two, puts it in. She's right there with the shot.
Another deep
wide
two.
Open. Can't leave Rouse open like that.
I mean, I'd like them to. I wouldn't mind it. Take a few more open baskets by Rouse.
Of course.
I wouldn't complain.
For Johnson & Wales' sake, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I could be completely biased, but, yeah, you know.
There's always a little
You got to have, in order to have credibility, you can't be biased, I feel.
Hey, Definitely a little bit of bias.
Hey, yeah. Three-pointer by the Coco is going to sink. And now Johnson and Wales has a 10-point lead over Suffolk. Rouse with the ball, moves all the way in, puts up the layup with the foul. She's going to be going to the line. She is pumped up. Everybody's getting pumped up. And Suffolk has just caught a new wind of life as they are enthusiastic as Rouse is at the line. Obviously calm it down for that, but they were just pumped up.
Hey, definitely good to see the excitement there. You know, once Rouse even grabbed that ball, she knew she was going up with that shot. He's going to take it to the rim. It's the last 5 points for the Rams scored by Jen Rouse. As Suffolk is within 7 now. 8 minutes left in this one.
Roll has the ball, trying to get somebody open. Finds Jern, who moves it over to Kelly in the corner. Kenny, excuse me. Kenny with the ball. All the way over to Coco. Fakes the three. Drives all the way in and finds the open lane and is able to put in the layup. Seems like as the Suffolk defense were on the net, just didn't even expect her to see her coming.
So a funny thing to look down at camera 3 and see Keith Erickson, ex-WABI sports anchor and our head of this sports broadcasting, behind the camera doing a little camera work.
Roll all the way into the net, but blocked by Quadri. It's going to stay Suffolk's ball, though. Excuse me, Johnson and Wales' ball.
Good play there by Quadri and staying back far enough to not make enough contact for the foul and just reaching over the top and tipping that ball.
Roll has the ball. In the paint. Going to be called 3 seconds, I believe.
Yes, Joe, look at you learning about calls.
Brio dishes it into Quadri and make their way down the court. Quadri tries to dish it over to Barrikas, and Kenny's going to put in a great effort to try to steal the ball. Just is going to roll off her fingertips, though, and into the crowd as Santini is going to get the ball back in. Brio gets the ball, but quickly back to Santini. Now Quadri in possession, holding onto the ball tightly, trying to get some offense in the right positions. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Barrikas is going to get called for the travel.
The shot clock was winding down on that one. Barrikas knew she had to make a move, and she just stepped before she dribbled. And that's a no-no. Can't do that one.
Roll with the ball at the top of the three. Moves it over to Jurin. Bouncing the ball around among everybody right now. Roll currently in possession. Tries to move it in the corner, but stolen by Quadri. She's able to get her hands on it. And now Schiebel, who's back in the game, is in possession and driving down. Santini with the ball at the top of the three. Makes an effort to get to the net, and does as she puts in the easy layup. I shouldn't say easy. That she was off balance a little on that.
No, that was a nice float through the air there as.
And the shot by Jern is going to go way deep. As everybody is in the ground fighting for the ball right now. Quadri's going to get it. Dish it over to Schiebel. Santini fakes the wide open three. Tries the floater, but it looks like it might have been a foul on that from up here, but not going to get the call.
And of course, then they're going to call that reach there.
Classic.
Hey.
Roll to the line.
second foul of the night.
Roll puts in the first. And that'll be a timeout. It's like a 30-second timeout. Now down in the corner we have the seems like a big fan squad. They're making a lot of noise when they're shooting free throws. It's good to see. It's good to see some fan life here, especially for these playoff games.
No, definitely good to see that excitement, especially with us being down in this game. Keeping the excitement up and the energy up is going to be a huge possibility why Suffolk is going to be able to come back in this game and keep it close, hopefully.
Right. Johnson and Wales is currently in the lead, 44 over Suffolk's 36. 8-point deficit for the Rams. 5 minutes, 23 left to play. I feel as if they can definitely get a new drive going, get a new basically couple points, I guess.
Yeah, no, you said it there, Joe. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
After a few words.
Whatever I just said.
Suffolk's just going to have to regroup, and they're going to have to really focus on not turning the ball over, making some big defensive plays, and just hitting those shots that they know they can make. They've been making all season. So it's just a mind game now, Joe. You're going to keep them in it.
And we are back in action as Rolls back at the line. Puts up the free throw, and is going to bounce in and out. And that ball is going to be going to Suffolk. Brio's about to dish it in.
And that was the fourth foul of the night for Valerie Arce, the forward. She's got a pretty big presence down low, so one more foul by her. She's out of this game. Be a big help to Suffolk on the offensive end.
Schiebel showing off some ball handling skills as she eventually moves it out to Santini, who dishes it to Rouse, who takes the three, but is going to come up a little short. And now we have Jurin all the way down court, chasing at the ball, and is able to save it from going out of bounds. Now everybody kind of settles back down. Roll is with the ball at the top, and she's closely guarded by Schiebel. Now Kenny with the ball. Tries to find somebody open, moving around the coverage by Quadri. She dishes it out to Coco. Coco with the deep two. He's gonna get it.
And the lucky roll there.
As Johnson and Wales takes this 10-point lead with 4.5 left. Suffolk is gonna need to put up something quick. Schiebel with the ball, takes the three, and cannot come up with it. Brio recovers, puts up the layup, but it cannot sink. And Johnson and Wales is back in possession. This Suffolk team is missing a couple shots that they really need to be making at this point of the game.
Johnson Wales coach calls for spread out the offense and looking to make a lot of passes and maybe kill some time while they have possession.
Roll currently with the ball as this team is spread out across the side. Seconds remaining in the shot clock. Shot's going to be taken by Jurin, and she's going to be just short. Santini saves it, and now his ball is back in Suffolk's possession. Brio currently with the ball, moves it back to Quadri. All the way around to Santini, and looks like it'll stay Suffolk's ball.
Yeah, Johnson Wales is stepping into that ball faster on the defensive end than Suffolk offensively. You're gonna step into that pass and make sure you get there first, and it doesn't get tipped away.
And it looks like we'll be having a timeout, and it will be a full timeout. So we are going to send it over to a break. We'll be right back.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
And we're back up here. Both teams currently trying to plan something out for this last 4 minutes of the game. Little technical difficulty right there. Some of our papers just went flying.
Nice fan was nice enough to bring my notes back after Mr. Presti over here decided to knock him off the balcony.
Oh, wait, I did that? Oh, man.
I just turned around and I saw him flying down.
Oh, man.
So lucky the game wasn't happening while that was going on. Maybe I should take
Could you
these
imagine?
down so these don't happen again.
Now Johnson and Wales has a 10-point lead right now. 46-36. Only 3.5 minutes left in this game. Suffolk is really going to need to start making some shots. Not only some shots, they're going to need some big three-pointers to really tighten this deficit before they run down to the final, minute.
Yeah, most definitely, Joe. Shooting has been big. Suffolk just has not been able to get the shots they normally see fall. Hopefully they make a few more of these as time is winding down.
Brio with the 2, and she's going to sink it.
Suffolk gets in this zone press here. See if this starts to rattle Johnson and Wales at all.
Takoko looks like she's going to take the shot, but fakes it as Kenny has a wide open lane, tries to put up the layup, and Johnson and Wales is going to get the call as it sends Kenny to the line.
Another close call there on that blocking charge. It's close.
Kenny makes the first.
Comes Georgia Barukas coming into the game for Tori Brio as she has her 4th foul of the game. One more, and she'll be out of this one.
And she'll miss the second. Rouse gets the rebound. Dishes out to Shooter. Back to Rouse at the top. Now, I'd like to see some nice three-pointers here by Rouse. That definitely would be ideal for the team. But the ball is fumbled around and is recovered by Johnson and Wales.
Quick timeout there as the Johnson Wales coach saw his point guard on the ground, knew not much was going to happen, and kept possession with the timeout.
Yep. That looks like only a 30-second timeout we have here. It'll be a quick one.
Down 9 points here, and just a few minutes left.
Yeah, time is ticking. It's not getting any longer, you know?
No, you'll have to start seeing a few shots coming up, and you'll take some risks from the Suffolk team.
Definitely need to see some three-pointers for sure. I mean, that's not necessarily what it takes. I mean, obviously, the more point shots you can take, it'll...
Yeah, no, the threes are going to be huge if we can get a few open ones, but just any shot in general. Taking smart shots is going to be key.
Right, right.
2:40 left in the game, so only down 9. We have some time. We don't have to start throwing up prayers, but
right.
If we can get a few open threes and hit them, that'd be huge for this one. Suffolk in the full court press. And they're going to back up to man coverage.
Roll with the ball. Rolls at the top of the 3. Finds the open lane. Finds Kendrick open, but absolutely blocked
by the point guard, Kelsey Schiebel.
Barikas is going to fight. And Barikas is going to come up with the ball, but it is going to go to Johnson and Wales.
Yeah, that was great hustle there by Roll. Keeping Johnson Wales in the play. Not a great pass to Schiebel, just a little underhanded flick. And when you have those easy passes, and quick transition by Roll is not even covered by Schiebel. She goes down and gets the easy layup.
Schiebel moves it to Barikas, who takes the 3, but is going to be off.
That was from a ways back, too. That was pretty deep.
Might not have been the smartest move, but hey, she plays. She knows what she's doing.
She's open. She's a great three-point shooter.
Exactly.
Highest on the team. Shoots 36% from beyond the arc.
Wow. Definitely who you want shooting then.
Yeah. Maybe if she could just one more step in, and it would have nailed it.
Yep.
Roll's going to go back to the line in this one. Suffolk down 11. Under 2 minutes left.
As she misses the first. And makes the second. Johnson and Wales has a 12-point lead with less than 2 minutes left in this game. Suffolk's going to need to put together something quick. And they're going to call that Suffolk's ball.
Foul on number 31, Natalia DeCoco. That last foul is going to put Johnson Wales in the bonus as well, so both teams will be shooting for all fouls for the remainder of this one.
Jern has the ball, but the full court press by Suffolk is not going to help out their ability to get down. Roll with the ball, tries to get it over to Jern. Saved by Jern as it's just about to go out of bounds. And they're going to call another foul. Was that a push?
Yep, they're going to give him a push on that one.
Wow.
You know, another light foul, but late in the game, close
Very
fouls like
late
that,
foul.
you know they're going to, the team that's down is going to be going for those. So,
Roll back to the line and take another 2. And she makes the first. And that is a full timeout. So we're going to send it down over to Lauren Berreby to hear what she has to say. Lauren?
Thanks, guys. Now we have an update for the Suffolk men's basketball quarterfinal. They are 7 minutes into the second half, and Suffolk is down 47-42 at St. Joseph's. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Lauren.
that game not sounded too different from this one. A little bit higher scoring, but, that 5-point deficit still staying close. So, Suffolk has that chance, and hopefully they keep a little more composure than these girls have late in this game and make some shots and stay with
Right. Yeah, and they're all the way up on the road. That's a long ride up there. That's got to be probably close to 2.5, 3 hour ride.
Most definitely.
I could be wrong. You're from the Maine
over to,
area.
Yeah, over
Standish,
to,
Maine?
Yeah, Standish, Maine. St. Joe's. It's over in the Portland area. So, not too bad.
No.
Now, probably about 2 hours, a little more, depending
more than
on.
2. Cool.
Yeah, a little more than 2 with the bus and the van or however we get up there, and a little slower, but not too bad. Not like the old Rockland drive I got to take home. That's like 3.5, 4 hours.
Is it? Wow.
Sometimes I sneak in like 3 hours from going a little fast, but.
Are there a lot of black bears up there? Is that just a stereotype? Is that just a?
I'm surprised you said black bears. I was expecting moose, but
moose.
There's a lot of
well,
animals.
the University of Maine's like the black bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up north in the woods. I'm in the mid-coast area, right in the water. So,
nice.
Not as many. A lot of deer in our neck of the woods, and of course, tons of lobster.
Roll misses.
We're gonna program Maine lobster a little bit. It's delicious, and it's the best food you can eat in the summer. And,
you're getting me hungry for some lobster.
Hey, dude, I can hook you up. Got a couple connections in the summer.
Nice.
Got a few traps in the water.
I'll make the drive for some free lobster.
Hey, come on up. We'll have a little bit of a lobster bake. It'll be a great time.
Big fan of lobster rolls.
I'm not a big fan of the lobster roll.
No?
But, no, the lobster stew, though, has been my thing.
Oh, okay.
My grandfather,
I'll have to try that.
Hands down, makes the best lobster stew in the entire world. If anybody says otherwise, you can go ahead and challenge him, but you're going to be really wrong. So,
man, that seems pretty set in stone that he's the best in the world.
Hey, I haven't had a lot of lobster stews, but it's the best one I've ever had. So,
Megan Murphy is going to be coming to the game.
Oh, and because
she'll be taking the place of Schiebel.
That was her 5th foul of the game, so she's going to be out of this one, fouled out. It's going to be tough to see her go, but sophomore Megan Murphy should be able to take control of the point guard position.
And she makes the second. 13-point lead, 53-40. 1 minute, 15 seconds left. Quadri, not shy at all, is quickly going to drive in and make the layup. Short the deficit a little bit. And Roll is going to fumble the ball as both Megan Murphy and Ileana Quadri were right on her, but they're going to stay in the possession as it seems Roll might have been a little beat up after that one.
Yeah, no, that was a good trap there by Suffolk. Definitely want that double team trap on the sides. That's what the zone press goes for. Santini hammered going up for that one.
And Santini is going to be going to the line. Santini misses the first.
These late foul shots, some of the hardest to make with your legs being tired, but some of the biggest that they need for this team. Suffolk down 11. Just rolls out.
We're going to be heading down to the other side of the court as Roll is going to be heading to the line for Johnson and Wales once again. And she will sink the first. And there comes the second. And that will be good as well. Gives Johnson Wales a 14-point lead with less than a minute to play. Things are not looking high for Suffolk. Rouse with the three-pointer, in and out. That one looked like it was already halfway down, but bounced back out.
Rouse pulled up from deep there and looked pretty, but just bouncing out, just like most of these shots have been for the Suffolk Rams team tonight. Really unfortunate when everything just comes down to shot, like whether the shot goes in or out. You know, that's the name of the game. But they putting up good shots, putting up solid things. It's tough to see them just not fall.
Kenny to the line, makes the first. Looks in for the second. And that one will be good as well, as Johnson and Wales now leads 57-42. Definitely need some three-pointers at this time. Murphy dishes it into Rouse. Rouse gonna be fouled to the line.
I believe that's gonna be number 42, Hendrick.
Ball back in possession of Suffolk. Down his side as Santini moves it around to Schiebel. Pushes it over to Quadri in the corner. Back to Schiebel at the top. Schiebel moves it into Rouse, but that ball is going to be blocked a little by DeCoco and just enough. But it's stolen by Quadri. Gets it quickly back to Schiebel, who tries a layup, but Roll is going to be able to steal the ball out. That was a quick move by Roll. And now Johnson and Wales with the possession on the other side.
A way to stay in the game by Quadri there. She was just on the line, almost stepping out of bounds. Got the good steal, but unfortunately threw it away afterwards.
Arc under the net, covered by Rouse. And they're going to call Rouse with the foul, it looks like.
Another light foul there.
And they dish the ball into Coco. Send it under to Arc. Moves it back to Jurin with the two-pointer because her foot was definitely in the line. Will not be able to come up with it. Recovered by Arc, who gets up a little overconfident, but still will be Johnson and Wales ball.
It's another foul on Tori Brio. She's not happy with that early one. Just 2 minutes into this second half.
Definitely after giving up that early foul in the first half. It's a little deja vu.
It's already 3 for her on this game. 2 more and she's going to be out of here.
Jurin tries to work some magic under the net. Dishes it out.
It was a nice threaded pass down the baseline there.
Back to Jurin. Fakes a 3. Bounces around Quadri. Dishes out to Roll with the deep 3 and cannot come up with it. Recovered by Brio and given out to Santini.
That right there is why you want Tori Brio on the floor. Those big rebounds. She gets up high and she usually comes down with them. So we'd like to see her in the game a little more throughout the second half.
Absolutely. Quadri with the ball. Thinks she has the open lane. Tries to drive but isn't too sure, and the ball is blocked out, but will go back to Suffolk. Rouse under the net, puts in the easy layup, as she is given the ball by Santini. And with the shot clock all the way winding down. Johnson and Wales with a big mistake. Try to get the ball all the way down to the other side of the court quickly to Jenna Jurin, but it passes a little off. She's going to deflect it out of bounds, and the ball will be going back to Suffolk.
This could be a big play here for Suffolk if they can get the 2-point swing here, or the 2-possession swing, I apologize.
Right, and it'll give them the lead.
as Johnson and Wales has the 1-point lead, 20-19. I don't know who's been more upset with these refs this game, me or the Johnson and Wales coach, because he doesn't look super happy right now. Santini with the ball at the top of the 3. Works her way into the net, but it is covered tight by Jern. Quadri now has the ball. Moves it over to Campolone, who's fresh in the game. Quadri looks like she's going to take the 3, but tries to work it into a layup. And that ball is not going to be able to sink, and that will send Quadri to the line. Valerie Ark was not happy with that call, that's for sure. Definitely not. Joe, Quadri only has 1 point so far this game. That makes it 2. Make it 2. And also ties the game back up for Suffolk, bringing it to 20s. And she will make the second. Roll has the ball, but hands it off to Jern, who dishes it to the other side to Kenny. Kenny back to Jern. Keep going back and forth. Dish it up to Takoko. Back to the top to Kenny, who's once again going to dish it to Jern. Jern now tries to drive in under the net. Runs out of room, though. Tries to pass it over to Takoko. Deflected off Campolone, and it is going to be Johnson and Wales' ball. 2 big steps there by Quadri and Campolone to block that baseline. They get it quickly into Hendrick, and she is going to put in the floater. You can't let easy passes come into the paint there, Joe. That's how those easy layups are scored. Quadri with the quick 3, and she makes it. Foot might have been on the line, and it was. They only gave it a 2. Good move there by Natalie Takoko as she's able to dance the ball around Campolone and put in the layup along with the foul, which is going to send her to the line for one more shot. It was a beautiful move there by the shooter. You ever hear the free throw line referred to as a charity stripe? I have. I was awful at free throws, so it wasn't much of a charity. It was I usually just got scared and missed my shots. The donation stripe. Yeah. Johnson Wales back in that 3-quarter press. Might not be too great, though, because Santini was wide open down there, but they quickly got back and are now able to settle. No, when Suffolk decides to pass around this press, they usually do pretty well. Once they try to dribble around, they get trapped in the corners, and that's what the press wants to do. So hopefully they keep passing around and be able to break these presses. Quadri with the fake, puts up the floater, off the bank and in. That's going to tie up this one with 25-25. Already this half, we've been seeing Suffolk shooting just already at another level. They're coming out with a whole new mindset and putting up great shots so far this second half. Takoko drives. Looks like a travel maybe. Oh, no. Tries to put up the layup. Will not get it to sink. And that is still going to stay Johnson and Wales' ball because of the foul. Jern not sure where to get it into. Finally finds the open roll. Right into the net, we have Takoko, who dishes it out to Hendrick. Hendrick might have the foot on the line, and she did. It will only be a 2-pointer. Sheila has the ball now, top of the 3. Looks like she was supposed to take the shot, but Campolone was right in her way and was not able to find that path. Ball now with Quadri. She moves it around. And Quadri passes to no man's land as that ball is going out of bounds and over to Johnson and Wales. She's looking for the 6-footer. Jen Rouse down low, but just sails that one over the top and out of bounds. Not what we wanted to see right now. Definitely good passes are going to be the key for Suffolk staying in this one and hopefully getting the lead. Yep. That'll be a timeout by Suffolk, I believe. A 30-second timeout. It's 4 timeouts remaining for both of these teams now. Johnson and Wales currently with the lead, 27-25 over Suffolk. We're just about underway once again. Large crowd here tonight at Reagan Gymnasium. Yeah, surprised they could fit this many people. Yeah, most definitely. I wouldn't want to be on the bleachers right now. That must be a tight squeeze. Glad we got a a little bit of room up here in the old press box.
Yep.
Okay, a lower mezzanine, but
Lower mezzanine.
Hey, it's the best press box we got, so we'll take it.
Yeah, you know, the best press box, and I put it in parentheses, is hey, you know, it works. I like it.
Yeah, no, it was air quotes, you know. air parentheses there.
Best is a very tentative best, but
hey, better than nothing. I'll take it.
That's right.
I'd rather not be Jared over on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's tough.
Squeezed into the corner there.
Jaron has the ball, gets it over to Kendrick. They move it all the way over to Kenny to roll. Deflected, and Santini is going to... Looked like Santini was going to come up with it, but ball just beat her a little bit, and that will stay Johnson and Wales' ball.
I was expecting Santini to dive into the stance, so that one looks like she was going to go all out and take out a couple fans, but she pulled back on that one.
She knew it was going to go out of bounds regardless. Didn't want to hurt herself nor Finn.
Most definitely.
Jaron tries the layup, but Rouse is right there and is going to stuff her.
Big block. Looks like Quadri got poked in the eye or hit in the face, something on that defensive play. Looks a little shaken up after that one.
Barikas makes her way all the way from the back of the three, under the net with the layup, but it's going to come a little shy because of the foul.
Hey, Joe, what'd I say about that spin move down earlier? Still getting those shots off on that spin move? Sam, call that one. Granted, she didn't make it, but she's at the line.
Seems like you make a call each game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I like to try. It's not usually correct, but you know, like to keep guessing.
And we have Barikas at the line right now as she puts that shot in. But right now, we're going to send it over to Jared Doherty, who's got a couple updates for us. Jared?
Guys, we do have 2 score updates for you. The Suffolk men, and they're in St. Joseph, they're at halftime. They're losing 32-29. And also applying to the women's basketball, another playoff game going on right now at halftime is Riviere is beating St. Joseph's 37-29. We'll keep you updated throughout the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jared. Now Shebel currently has the ball on the Suffolk side. He dishes it over to Barikas. Barikas puts in the layup, but cannot come up with it. It's going to be a little shy.
And the spin move on that one, that was her problem.
Coco's all the way on the other side. Gets under the net, but the layup is going to hit under the backboard. So that's going to come right back down into the arms of Suffolk. Shebel now is taking the ball out.
You don't really feel great about yourself when you get blocked by the backboard, Joe. It's not a great time.
Oh, no, I can only imagine. And that looks like it's going to be a foul on Johnson and Wales. Going to stay Suffolk's ball.
That'll be Kaylin Kenny's second foul of the night, and that's the 3rd team foul this half for Johnson and Wales.
Shebel dishes it all the way out to Barikas, who goes right past into the back court, goes all the way back to get it, but brings it back into their side. Shebel gives it over to Quadri with the open 3, but cannot come up with it. So the ball goes in and out of the net. Roll has the ball, tries to put up a floater from afar, but cannot come up with it, as that shot is going to hit off the side and bounce right out. It's going to stay Johnson and Wales' ball, though.
Great defense there by Katie Murray, getting her hands up and getting a piece of that ball, not letting it go up for the shot.
Jaron's going to pass it in for the Wildcats. Jaron struggling to find the open man. Finds Whitehead. Dishes it over to Roll at the top. She moves it over to Kenny. Kenny now has the ball. Dishes it over to Jordan Nalen, who puts up the 2-pointer. Fresh off the bench and is already putting in baskets. Rouse has the ball. Moves it back to Shebel. Shebel gives it to Rouse at the top of the 3, who sinks the shot. Big shot by Jen Rouse right there.
They're going to give her another 2 on that one. They're going to say her feet were across the line, but that was a big shot there.
That is a tough call.
You know, I always love to see a center shooting threes. It's a whole new versatile game to your offense there.
That's right. Jenna Rouse does it all, though. There's nothing she couldn't do on this court, and that is for sure. Roll with the three-pointer. It's going to hit right off. She gets her own rebound. Tries the layup now and puts it in with the foul. She's going to be heading to the charity stripe for another shot. You like that?
Charity stripe. Look at you learning new terminology.
I did some research.
Roll shoots about 76% from the line. Pretty good for a point guard, and a little below average, but maybe she'll sink a couple in here. I actually really like her shoes. I think they're pretty cool. Got some funky colors.
Yeah, true. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the term charity stripe. It's a mouthful.
Yeah, you know, free throw charity stripe. I mean,
just say the line, you know.
Good to change it up once in a while.
Yeah, keep the audience guessing. All you guys listening out there. She will now has the ball, making her way slowly down the court. Moves over to Barrikas. Covered tightly by Kenny. Moves it to Santini, works all the way up into the net, and had the layup that just does not sink. That is going to be Johnson and Wales' ball. So they're just about to pass it in.
Katie Murray almost pulled that one in, but it was just out of the reach of her fingertips, so she's going to tip it out the other way.
Arc sends it into Roll. Roll, who now has the ball, moves it over to DeCoco. Under the net is Arc. She's going to try the floater and does get it. I think the arm sleeve helped her on that one.
Oh, most definitely. Arc's been pretty fired up. She's been on the bench for a little bit. Definitely, I think she got fired up while sitting watching this game. So
she's been fierce every moment she's had in this court, it seems.
Oh, definitely.
Except you gotta want that though. Rouse tries to fake back the pass, but is straight stolen by Kenny, and the ball is now in the possession of Roll. Dishes it over to Arc. Arc with the deep two. Cannot get it.
Getting a little cocky there, running away from her shot. Fundamental basketball, you got to follow your shot, get that rebound.
Quick. Moves it over to Santini with the fake. Barrikas with the three, and will not make it. And that ball is going to stay at Suffolk, but the Johnson and Wales coach is definitely unhappy.
Almost as unhappy as Hendrick was on that foul. Didn't call for the push there. Oh, actually that was, no, we were wrong. They called the other way on that one.
Roll has the ball.
Suffolk's
down over to DeCoco.
Suffolk's down 5 here.
10 minutes left to play in the second half. Kenny currently in possession of the ball. Dances around the three-point line. Kendrick with the shot, and she makes it. Only the two-pointer, though. Foot was on the line. Seen a lot of deep two-pointers tonight, as a lot of people have had their foots on the line.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd think they would just step a little bit further back, get that extra point. Like, you're right there. You might as well.
Right. I'm sure they don't necessarily see it as they're looking at the net and not the ground. But we are going to send it over to a quick break. We'll be right back.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Fifth and final foul of the game. She's going to foul out. And in comes number 23, Arce.
And misses the first. And looks like Johnson and Wales are still going to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, Santini almost saved it, but the bounce to save it in just bounced
she
out.
dishes it all the way down to Kenny, who's going to take the wide open layup.
and it will fall.
Suffolk not even ready for that one, and she just booked it down, and nobody even knew where she was going until she was halfway there.
25 seconds left in this one, folks. Santini driving into the net. Out to Megan Murphy, who fumbles it, but it will drop out of bounds. Unfortunately, the ball will be going back to Johnson and Wales. And this might do it, folks.
That was the far corner from us, and another
Get
just
it all the way
deep
down to
pass.
roll, and they are just going to try to hold on to the
yeah.
ball and wind this game down as 12 seconds remain.
And that's a timeout by Johnson and Wales.
And that'll be a timeout, and that will be a full timeout.
It's tough to see.
And we're going to send it over to a break. We'll be right back up here.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
We are back up here. Things are not looking good for this Ram team.
No, we're just about to call this one an upset as number 5 Johnson and Wales came in here. I played a great defensive game and forced Suffolk to have a lot of problems, not only shooting the ball but passing the ball around and with these turnovers. So it's tough to see the lower seed come in and upset someone at home. But
hey, sometimes things don't always work out the way you hope, but we can only wish Johnson and Wales the best as they pursue a playoff bid.
We always got to remember, there's another season next year, and you just got to remember these losses and come back to it. Hey, tip there by Quadri.
Santini's going to have the ball, give a chance for one more three, and she dishes it to Barrikas, who sinks it.
Yeah, where was that for most of the game? That was a deep one.
That was a deep three, and that'll do it, folks. Final score, Johnson and Wales 59, Suffolk University 45. And that'll just about do it for the Suffolk season. Unfortunately, they had a great run. Definitely worked hard all season. It's going to be sad to see Jen Rouse and Jess Bard go, that's for sure. This will be the last time that they get to play in this Reagan Gymnasium, as I'm sure they are a little upset right now. Definitely played hard as a team, but things don't always work out the way you hope. And now we are going to send it over to a break, but we'll be back up here in a few.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Well, you heard it, folks. Final score, Johnson and Wales 59 and Suffolk 45. Tough loss for the girls, but sometimes things don't always play out the way that you hope. Now, we're going to send it down over to Lauren Berreby, who's got an update for us on the men's basketball team.
With another update on men's basketball, Suffolk is currently trailing the St. Joseph's to 56-60 with 6 minutes left in the half. Back to you guys.
Lauren, thank you, Lauren. Now, this team, I should say this game, I feel like the main reason for the loss is missed opportunities. A lot of times that they had open shots, open everything. They had a lot of, like I said, just missed opportunities, missed shots. What kind of stands out in the stats?
I mean, that's a huge thing. Shooting percentage was low, about 36% for Suffolk, but a huge thing was that they only made 1 3-pointer this entire game. Usually we see some lights-out shooting by Barrikas and Santini from deep, Quadri, but this wasn't there tonight, which is unfortunate. Another huge thing was turnovers, as Suffolk 21 turnovers. That's 10 more than Johnson and Wales. Those are just shots that you could have taken and just thrown away. So not what we wanted to see. A little unfortunate of a game to here at home in the playoffs, but there's always next year, and they'll come back. They also have the ECAC coming up. Hopefully we get a berth in that tournament, get a few more games this season.
Right. Coach Ed Leiden just gave word to us that they definitely have a great chance of making the ECAC tournament, which is the East Coast Atlantic Conference, which is they are in the GNAC, but the ECAC is it's for those who lost out of the conference tournament. Well, that'll do it for us, folks. Thank you for tuning in, all of you who are still watching. I'm Joe Presti alongside Casey Hall. We'll see you next time.